Friday, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully all of you guys are having an awesome day today. I am feeling pretty good because I am going to be telling you guys all about the brand new update that is going to be dropping for Disney Magic Kingdoms on February the 4th. 2020. Yes, I cannot believe we are in 2020 still. I'm in a little bit of shock that this is already going to be the second update of the year. The first one was pretty short, but anyways, February 4th, put it in your calendar. This is going to be the Valentine's Day update. Hence, I got some different type of ears on today. Yes, they're little pink hearts. They're so cute. So I am going to be sharing with you guys all the content that is going to be dropping in this update. Also, too, we're going to be talking a little bit about what is going to be coming after this update and, everything that this update obviously entails. But again, like what the future of DMK is for 2020, because I felt like there were a couple things in the stream that need to be addressed. Definitely. A few things such as land and content for the year. I just kind of felt that the people that are definitely being like the social media reps and stuff like that right now, I think they don't know as much as they maybe used to. I feel like Marc-Andre never sort of led us astray. He kind of, I felt, always had an idea of what was sort of going on with the game itself. Even if he didn't, he definitely always made us sort of feel like he understood what was happening, knew what was going to be coming next, and knew the game plan. Obviously, you guys knew there was the Facebook live stream today, which was a pretty big deal for us to find out information. So before we dive into the content, I just wanted to remind you guys that I am going to be on Twitch later today. I have got a Facebook page I just got going. I have posted it on my Facebook, so you guys can check it out there. I will be including a link to that and reminding you guys most likely in my next few videos. So I am going to be doing some more posts and stuff like that to do with Fortnite on that particular Facebook page. I'm going to leave it, I think, separate from the Disney Girl one that I have, and this other one is just going to be Kitty Cat Games, and it is going to be like my Twitch channel, so it's going to be labeled the same. So very happy that I have both names spelt the exact same. So anyways, yeah, you guys can check me out on Twitch later today. Also, too, I will be live on Instagram pre-Twitch stream, so you guys can talk to me about whatever you want, but I will be doing that on Steffi on the Go. I will be doing a Disney Girl Insta stream soon, but just not today. So I will keep you guys posted on all of that. I'm trying to get back into my normal schedule with eating, sleeping, training, video making, and all of that twitching, all that fun stuff, and repeating. So again, make sure you guys check out my Twitch channel and follow along. Also, you guys can sub as well, especially if you guys have Amazon Prime. You do get a free subscription. So it's quite cool that that is available for you guys. So let's go ahead here and talk about the characters. So we are going to be getting 6 new characters. Now this is huge for a permanent content update. I mean, look at the Dumbo collection that we had last year around this time. We only got 3 new characters. So permanent content update that sort of expands and everything. Only 3. Now it is 6. So this is a really big deal. I feel like they could do an expansion in the future, but I just think that will be way in the future. So most likely something like 2 years I could see us looking at, not something that would be like, oh yeah, next year we could be seeing an expansion. I'm definitely thinking this one is big enough that they definitely could leave it another 2 years. So I think that would be pretty crazy. But that being said, there are a lot of great new characters, starting with, and I'm not going to show you guys all the welcome screens and stuff like that. I couldn't actually download the video file this time. It was private, so not quite sure why that was. So I'm just sharing with you guys a couple of images. So we've got Joe, Tony, and Trusty on the first line. So this is sort of my thought here. I feel like they showed us Joe first. They could definitely be starting with Joe or Tony in my mind. Probably Joe though. He's definitely not as big of a character in terms of the actual storyline as Tony, so I definitely feel that Joe could be one of those ones that comes first. Tony, I think, is definitely second in that storyline for sure. And then we have Trusty here. Now, I was surprised to see him on this line personally. But that being said, I am happy to see that he did make the cut. Now, Trusty, though, guys, is going to be a premium character. So this means he will be available for gems and also in a bundle. So you guys will be able to purchase that. I don't have the actual amount. They did not show us that. So I'm going to probably say we're looking at about 500 gems or so. I mean, maybe 400, but my guess is we're probably looking at about 500 gems for him. So he could be actually quite expensive in that regard. So Trusty is premium, but again, he will really help with this storyline and the content and everything by collecting character tokens, obviously magic, all that kind of fun stuff. Then on the second line, we have, of course, Lady and the Tramp, as well as Jacques. Now, Lady, I really think they did a really good job with the animations for Lady and Tramp, I guess. I mean, all of them, they look really, really good, but I was really happy to sort of see that Lady even had her collar and everything, so I was very happy about that. Now, the one thing is, though, I do want to share with you guys about Jacques, is that he is going to be a premium character in the next update. Now, why the next update? Because this update, when he is released, he is actually going to be available in a leaderboard event. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be upset about that, but I am glad, though, that they are at least putting him as a premium character after the leaderboard. So again, next update, so that'll be what, update 39, because I believe we're on update 38 now. Update 37 is right now, but we're getting update 38 with Lady and the Tramp, and then I believe the next update after that will be update 39, which we should be seeing possibly, some Mulan stuff. Also, we could be seeing some Onward stuff. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff coming in March. Again, I know I'm kind of talking already about what's going to be coming next, but I guess at least I've addressed some of that. But anyways, Jacques will be a premium character in the next update. Until then, leaderboard events, we will be competing. I don't know what type of leaderboard event it is. Most likely, I have a weird feeling it's going to be something to do with bots, or probably not bots. They'll be like little, I don't know, Siamese cats, or it'll be, hearts with wings flying around. I don't know, but it's going to be some sort of thing, I believe, sort of similar like we just saw with the costumes. I could really see that. Now, I hope that it works kind of the same way. It's more kind of exactly like this Mickey one was for the Hong Kong Lunar 2020 costume. I know it's such a mouthful. But I hope that it's we have, let's say it's 55 we have to clear, or whatever it is, 60, it doesn't really matter. We have to clear those, and that will allow us to get Jacques. Not Trusty is premium, but get Jacques from that leaderboard, and it's not the top 10 get him or something like that, because I feel that if they do that, it's going to make it really, really horrible, and I feel that the competitiveness, and this is where you'll see people just start using gems like crazy people, and it really does get intense, and I don't want that style. I am very aware, though, because he is part of the main storyline and the permanent content and everything, I do feel that it is possible that we could see that, though, that we would all have to compete against each other for him. Now, the only thing I think that we can hope for if it is like that is that there's not too many people on the actual leaderboard. I would say up to 2,000 I would be okay with. If it's going to be anything like 5,000 or 10,000 per leaderboard, I think that will be just rubbish. And so at least, if they do it that other way, I'm hoping that they are a little bit nicer about it, and it is the top 50 or something, or 100, 150, whatever, that do actually get it. So that way it does make it still competitive, but not, absolutely impossible. Because when you get those really big ones with 10,000 people on your leaderboard, oh my goodness, it is not fair, and it's really mean. People are really competitive with that. So that is my hope, because I don't really want to spend a lot of money with gems and everything to try and get it. I'm happy, putting in the hours, but that's about it. Okay, so now let's move on here to the attractions. So I didn't get wind, maybe again, I know it was cutting out a few times, and when I went to rewatch it, I was still having those cut out problems from the actual stream, so I don't know exactly what was going on. And then two, I couldn't watch all of it because like after the stream was done, I watched the whole stream, but when the stream was done and it was uploaded, I think it was still in the like processing kind of point, and that happens like when I used to do like a lot of live stream stuff. I will be again, but that whole processing time, what typically happens is it will take like an hour or something like that for like about a half an hour live stream. It can be a little bit less than that or more, just obviously depends on what their sort of internet connection and speed is and everything. But that being said, you could only let me go to a certain point in the actual stream to be able to watch. So I did miss if they said that any of the attractions were premium or not. I don't think so. I'm assuming it's just gonna be magic, lots and lots of magic. So we're gonna be starting off here with the Beaver Dam. Now this one looked pretty cute. It doesn't look very big, which is nice. Now it is kind of cool because the beaver is actually pushing the logs in the attraction. So I did think that that was pretty cute. And he is wearing the log puller on him. So yeah, I think he really liked his gift and invention that Tramp came up with. So that is the first one there, very cute. The second one that is on the screen right now is Tony's Restaurant. This one I do love. They did a great job with the animations. I would have liked to have seen it from both angles. It would have been cool. So I will be really looking forward to seeing it again when we flip it the other way. That way we can kind of see how much of that sort of it's not really a courtyard. I'm going to call it a courtyard, sort of what that looks like and everything. And maybe there'll be some additional animations or something between Tony and Joe. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, you guys can see the little table there. So I'm pretty sure that we are going to be getting some animations between Lady and Tramp that will actually be involved with this attraction. They didn't say that, but that is sort of my thought process. They'll be eating some lovely spaghetti, maybe sharing a spaghetti kiss as well. So the next attraction, and this, I really like the color scheme. They really stuck with it, and I really, really love when DMK does this. And it is Lady and the Tramp's House. I believe that is going to be the name for it. It looks beautiful. Pete really seemed to like this area, especially the decoration that is right by there. So I'll show you guys a little funny thing in a second here with Pete. But I do want to share with you guys first. I want to share with you guys the parade float. So the parade float's really cute. I think it's adorable, but it is very simple. There's not a lot of detail in terms of like, I feel like they could have done a lot more with this. Again, it is still super cute, but definitely not the direction I thought they were going to be going with it. But yeah, it looks like pretty cute parade float. It's most likely going to be 50 gems, guys, but we will have to obviously wait and see until the update actually drops. They did not tell us or show us that. So yeah, there is the parade float, which obviously will help with gems in your kingdom, magic, and also character tokens for all of the characters for the Lady and the Tramp collection. All right, so next we're going to talk about concessions and decorations. So we're actually going to be seeing 3 brand new concessions with this update. The first one on the left there is the Tramp ear stand. Then in the middle we're seeing Lady's ear stand. I wish I had that too, but hearts will have to do. And then on the right we can see the spaghetti stand. Now that is just making me hungry. I kind of didn't have time to have lunch because I basically was getting ready to getting myself ready. Then I was watching the Facebook live stream and I was like, oh, I wish I had my lunch with me while I was watching the stream. Wasn't that smart today. And then I've been getting all the images sorted and making the video for you guys and editing. So this spaghetti concession, oh my gosh, it's pulling at my heartstrings right now. I need this. I really need this. And yes, the meatballs included. So those are the 3 concessions. I am in love with all 3 of them, and I really hope that I do get them. Then the decoration for this, and this is where Pete, I'm telling you, he was all about his food. And this decoration is called the romantic table, and it is exactly like you do see with Tony's restaurant. Again, that's where we're going to be seeing the animations for this, but this decoration I think is a great addition to that, and I really, really love how big it is and everything as well. I feel like it is going to be really cute and stand out quite nicely in the kingdom. Where are we going to put all of these beautiful things though? Well, this is where we're going to talk a little bit about land before we talk about the last super exciting thing. I'm probably just as excited about the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about and share with you from that live stream as I am about Lady and the Tramp. So the land situation though, first, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's just say that they are not giving us any land for this. I think, personally, it is shameful. I know we just got land for Star Wars, but that is just for Star Wars. And again, it's like you have to put your Star Wars stuff there because you get like a magic boost for doing that as well. Again, I'm not happy about it. I think that permanent content stuff has to include land, especially in the later storylines, because as we know, Peter Pan had his own land, the Peter Pan collection had its own land, Dumbo had its own land. We've seen it's sort of been the same, even with the Jungle Book, and I mean everything, Tangled, all of these collections have had land specifically to them. Now, since I've been playing the game and they've been like doing updates, Peter Pan was sort of that first sort of big content or permanent content update, right? And I wasn't able to get those characters right away because I was still like a baby kingdom. But anyways, there is land specifically with the Peter Pan collection. And then again, when you unlock Dumbo, same thing. Now again, Dumbo, I wasn't far enough in the storyline either to be able to enjoy that last year. So this is actually going to be my very first year, guys, that, I know I've only been doing this like 2 years, but it's like, it's kind of how the timing has been. This will be like the third permanent content, like, or big expansion to the Kingdoms game. Anyways, point is that we aren't getting land with the Lady and the Tramp collection. And I think it's weird because too, we are getting 3 attractions and concessions and 1 decoration. I don't know why. They could have given us adorable little street lamps stuff as well. Benches, like they could have done loads of stuff with that. They didn't, so. But the thing is that there's gonna be no land for this stuff. So we gotta clear something out. And this is what upsets me because I've made my kingdom beautiful and I've put things where I like them. And when I have to move those things, I'm not particularly happy. Now, I do have 1 section of land, maybe 2, that like I could go, all right, I will clear it out and whatever. But it's still a bit frustrating because I have found that stuff that does fit there. It's just like maybe not my favorite spot, but again, like I'm happy with where it is for now. And the other section is over in Space Mountain, and this is just not a Space Mountain collection, guys. This is something that needs to be in a certain area, I feel, of the kingdom, like to have that full effect. Like I feel like The Incredibles and Monsters Inc. and things like that, Toy Story, like some of those things, they can all go in around Space Mountain. I mean, there are other collections as well, obviously, but there are things that are kind of specific to that area, and Lady and the Tramp is not one of those collections. So for me, I'm like, probably not gonna put it there. I'll have to, again, get rid of one of my more beautiful sections. So anyways, no land. And the sad part is, and this is where it takes me to, they really have no idea what is going on with the game, because they were like, oh, unfortunately, we don't know. We can't share that information with you guys. We have, like, it was so wishy-washy. They don't know where the future is of the game or the land or anything. And that makes me nervous for the game's existence and also for the expansions and collections. If they are like, our reps for the community, they need to know what is going on in the game. And if they do know, they definitely did not reassure me that they knew anything. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad. I definitely miss the older system in terms of sort of relaying information and listening, because, I mean, they at least saw the question about land. I probably spammed it in there, guys, like 50 times, so you know. It was probably a little obnoxious, but, you know, again, it is important to find out, and I know a lot of you guys have asked me and stuff, when is the new land? When is it in the past? So I'm trying to keep you guys up to date on that. And then they were like, oh, yeah, we can't really share that information at this time. We're not sure when it's going to happen. It's like, yeah. Anyway, they don't really know what the heck is going on. So that kind of leads me to what collections they're going to be adding this year. I was pretty confident Ratatouille would have been added this year, Year of the Rat. I mean, maybe we're looking at a little bit later in the year, I guess. But I have less high hopes for that. In terms of Onward, I was, in my own mind, was like, yes. Now I'm a little doubtful on it based off of, you know, their kind of thoughts and what they were relaying today. I didn't feel as confident about it. I also didn't feel as confident they were even going to be celebrating the new Mulan live action movie. So I don't know what their plan is. It's obviously Gameloft, right, guys? So they're the ones that need to, I think, you know, let the people that are going to be representing the face of DMK know what's going on, or at least be able to answer it, even if it's vague, like, oh, yes, it, like, kind of what they used to do is, like, be like, yes, we will be letting you guys know in, you know, I remember they said in the new year, we are going to be getting X, Y, and Z, and this time they didn't say, like, oh, yes, you know, the next update, you know, we'll talk more about land. It wasn't like that. It was just so vague. So anyways, that's my rant about land. And yeah, I don't know. Still bummed. Where are we supposed to put our stuff? If you guys want more land, just spam the comment section about we need more land. Or, you know, I feel like we need a hashtag, you know. Hashtag we need more land. I guess this is a pretty long one, but I feel we need to get something going, guys. If we want the land, we gotta fight for it. Obviously, that is where it's at. So, rah! You know, I need like a sword or keyblade or something right now. Anyway, moving on to probably the one thing that I am just excited about, as I said, with this update as I am about the brand new collection, and that is going to be Anna's new costume. So this is going to be the Queen Anna costume. I am so happy that this is going to be added. I know we did have an idea before Christmas that this was going to be something they were going to be adding to the game, but they were vague on it because they didn't want to give any spoilers or anything. But Queen Anna costume, guys, is going to be available. Now we don't know how we're going to be able to collect for it, but this is going to be most likely after the permanent content obviously is released in the update. And obviously, I'm guessing after the Jacques leaderboard event. So, I mean, we could have it in between, but I feel like, you know, I feel like it won't be. Now, I was happy in the live stream, though, that they did show us the welcome screen with this costume. Happy about that. I wish they wouldn't keep themselves in the corner when they're showing us information, because then I could easily have shared it with you guys. But whatever. I am going to be leveling up, though, Anna in the Queen Anna costume. The welcome screen was a little bit, you know, like not too eventful, but I understand that this gown is just huge. And I mean, it's not like Anna can just run in with this. She has to show like absolute grace and beauty, and she definitely does do that. So she does look a little bit more serious, though, in the shot right now. Yeah, a little bit serious, but we do love Anna, and I'm thinking that this is going to be the best choice for her last welcome screen. Now, I was going to wait for the comfy cozy costume, but I just think that this dress is way too beautiful to pass up, so I will have to be relying on you guys, most likely for that comfy costume, to actually pass it along to me on Facebook or Instagram. That way I can go ahead and share it with the community. So I am really excited about this new costume, obviously, and yeah, I'm hoping I'll be able to get it. I'm not thinking it's going to be in a legendary chest. My guess is we're going to be collecting for it. I don't think it'll be leaderboard worthy unless they're going to do some sort of fabric thing with that, but yeah, we'll kind of have to wait and see. They didn't say anything about it, so we're a little bit in the dark. But other than that, I think that is it in terms of new content and stuff like that. There are going to be some balancing changes and stuff like that. Again, couldn't quite hear what she was saying because obviously she was like, the stream was lagging pretty bad today. Might have been one of the worst that I've had so far. And my connection was good. I was able to get on Twitch and watch other people streaming and doing stuff, so it's definitely them. And yeah, so there are going to be some balancing changes. I'll make sure this time I post on my blog for the update and stuff like that, in terms of, again, balancing changes and a couple of things that are going to be sort of switching around, like, what was it, the Star Wars lightsabers, like time and stuff like that. The concession stands are going to be changed to, like, I think 24 hours now instead of, I think it's 7 or something they are. So again, there are going to be a couple things like that that are going to be switched, but I will keep you guys posted on that when they put out the patch notes for the game. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it that big Mickey thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and of course hit that bell for post notifications. So thanks for watching, and we will see you for the next one. Bye!